All right. We are live, and we are back again for another stream. And yeah, look, I don't know if you guys have been living under a rock or not, but I think Send Arcade has been all over my socials. 500,000 on chain plays. Like, talk about like on chain gaming. Like, this is on chain gaming to the full max. Like, I think you type in your name and it's on chain. But Semi, how are you today? How you feeling? What's going on, man? Accelerate was last week. I saw your partner, your co-founder out there. Guy was working every single room. I'm sure he's right now probably resting. But how are you feeling? Did you have the phone? Were you at our Accelerate or no?
Yeah, first of all, GM everyone. I'm Semi from Zen Arcade, and yeah, I was there at X rate. Even I was working my ass off, and I was had a few talks, had a few showcases of our games, and yeah, and now I'm here with you.
Yeah, man. How were the vibes last week, man? How were you feeling going? Like, how were you feeling going into Accelerate, and then how did you feel leaving Accelerate?
It was a pretty changing experience for me because, like, I guess it was my first conference that was that big. I mean, Breakpoint is big, but Accelerate was something else entirely. Also, New York, it's the place, like the place for Solana, and getting with the folks, like the real folks. We even organized a event, the Solana Consumer Day. You were there too, right? Yeah, and it was amazing. Yeah, totally amazing. Best
Dude,
vibes.
internet capital markets. It's all over socials. We were
Yeah,
in New York City where it all starts, where it all happens. If you look at the America, if you look at everything that happens in America, it's New York City, the foundation for a lot of finance, for a lot of what the business decisions that are made. I worked 15 years out there. I know it, and to be there, to see crypto, to see Solana at the forefront of it all
yep,
was just absolutely like mind blowing because,
yep.
man, I think you know this,
It
man.
was.
For a long time in this space, we'd have to like tell people what crypto is and like try to paint this
Yeah,
picture,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, yeah, you know what it could do, and people are like looking at us like we're absolutely fucking crazy, and they're like, dude, you don't
Yeah,
know what you're
yeah,
talking about. But sure,
exactly.
now it's, hey man, try the product, play with the product,
Yep,
go have fun.
and figure it out yourself. That's
A-
that's the thing right now.
and the best part about it, you could just end it with, that's all powered by blockchain. It's all powered by Solana.
Yeah.
And this is where we are today, man. So really, really exciting to get you on stream, to talk to you a little bit about Send Arcade. Dude, 30 seconds. What the hell is it? Send Arcade, and how are you guys just absolutely killing it on socials with what you guys just built?
So, I mean, like we've built Send Arcade with like one vision, basically making on like real on-chain gaming, um, uh, like actually fun plus abstracted so nicely that you feel like you're playing a Web2 game. Like that was what my motto was when I was even starting to build Send Arcade, and with that, like just with sticking to that, we've reached this here, like these many on-chain plays, and we've done around 2 million in volumes in the past few months. And yeah, so basically we're a gaming studio on Solana, that should be obvious till now, and we build games. And like our vision is someday to be the top one revenue earning game on the App Store. So that's all. That is what we are. Simple as that.
Let me ask you a question. Send Arcade, you guys launched, killed it with absolutely crazy numbers. What's that one thing though that you learned from the whole experience? If it's a good or a bad, what's one thing that you've learned as an entrepreneur as building this, that man, if you had the magic 8 ball before you started, you wish you knew that, hey, I should have done this, or hey man, like I didn't expect that this many
it,
people.
it is a tricky question, I'll say, but I think one thing I would say to myself would be, um, don't be a hacker. What would be my thing? So, like when we start building anything in crypto, we start with a hacker mindset. Like mostly it's a hacker mindset that we are doing something new, we're doing something cool, we treat it as an invention. You need to start treating them as product pipelines. That is like one thing I would tell myself, that always like, because when I used to build a game before, it would be like, yeah, I'm concentrating on that game, and after that build I'm again asking myself, now what to do. So but now we have kind of figured out the product pipeline, so we don't have to ask ourselves now what to do. It's already there, it's already coming. We have ideas cooking in the back, and things shipping out every 2 weeks, or yeah, we launched a game, another game this week too. So yeah, I mean, be prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're hitting some cool points there, and it's like, launching this and to where you guys are with the mentality that you have. But let me ask you this, like now today, standing where you are today, what's one thing you guys are now really focusing on at Send Arcade? What is it that you guys are focusing on in the sense of the customer experience, but also on the back end to make sure that these games are able to keep that loop, keep on coming? People are retention is a huge a game of this, and like how do you keep people coming? So how do you mash these two worlds to what you're building here?
Yeah, okay. So when you're building on Solana, you're always competing for attention against, you can say, pump
Oh,
fun,
really?
or I mean, that is the top attention app, any like on Solana. Like I have to ask myself that if there is a user, why would it come to my platform when he can spend time on, looking at meme coins? Or there's so many things happening on Solana, like not just like there are so many launch pads right now. You're competing with them for attention, so you're competing with a bunch of crazy cool consumer focused apps on Solana for attention. So how do you keep that retention? For me, it is basically providing them with a addicting loop, and which incentivizes them also. Again, we have gamer audience, we have DJ audience, and we have yeah, like some old school audience too. But again, that's yeah, that's the most of it. So having the perfect game mechanics, which has a good financial loop, good incentive loop, which I mean gives them a opportunity to do a 10x on our platform also. Like you're playing a game of Send Arcade, and with your gaming skills, you can do a 10x and enjoy that, and have an addicting gameplay also. That is what makes Send Arcade stick. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I think like again, it's always cool to hear like the thoughts of like, hey, how does it go into building this and where you go. But let me ask you another question. Like on-chain gaming, like why on-chain gaming? Like what do you see the future of
Okay.
on-chain gaming? Like, do you see like let me ask you a question. Do you see like the big publishers in Web 2 something there for them to be like, yeah, we need to adapt to on-chain gaming? Is there something there that you're also here to be a pioneer and say, this could be what goes mass market? This or this is the tech that could change Web 2 gaming if Web 2 gaming understood the tech?
Yeah, this question I think is the hardest question for any Web3 game, honestly, to justify the use of like Web3. But I have the perfect answer for it. So, and I learned it kind of the hard way, but like if your game, right now 90% of the games have in-app purchases, like microtransactions, different premium models, and I mean, they need to include all of this for a game studio to survive, anyways. What happens here is, like whenever you involve anything financial with the game, with something which is happening inside the game, having it becomes very unreliable. um, and like with on-chain gaming, what happens is, so I'll give you just a small example. I need to There is a milestone I hit, for which I need to get a reward, simple as that. Maybe it's someone, if it's a FPS shooter game, it's a boss I killed, and that is the like for which I need to get a reward, like actual reward. What Now if it's just registered in my backend or something like that, I can't, like, there are a lot of ways to breach that security, breach that, all of that. But if that bullet that hits the the boss transaction, I can always ensure I don't have to worry about the security of people exploiting the rewards, people exploiting that. And all of these states are on chain. Whatever happens in my game is on chain. Me getting crashed to a boulder or anything like that, and I can use them as triggers to pull off, like, different financial loops. That is what it is. Web2 gaming has been facing a lot of layoffs, if you can see, like a lot of layoffs, a lot of shutdowns, because again, building games is very, very costly. Like, it is the most costliest thing even now, because I mean, it involves physics, it involves 3D worlds, it involves so much logic, production house, animations, everything. And if you don't have a proper financial loop, it's hard out there, I'd say.
Yeah, man, I think like there's so many things to uncover from what you just said, and it's like
Yep.
the thing about it though is exactly like how do we now, like, let me ask you this: how do we now take what you've built, how do we make it a case study for anybody in Web 2? Like, what would be the case study that you would want to show them, right? Because you mentioned a lot of things for like Web 2 and their difficulties in Web 2. But like, I don't know, maybe let's look at top five of the games in the world right now in Web 2, right? Maybe Grand Theft Auto is a great example, right? With what you've built, what's that case study that you would want to send across to say, like, the future is Web 3, the future is blockchain, it will empower, it will give the player a more immersive experience in your game, it will improve the gaming experience.
I Okay, taking the top games of FIP2, I'll simply say that for me to use in arcade as a case study, it's simply look at the monetization. Okay, esports is there, gaming esports is all over the world right now. It is still not natively run between inside games. Like, Valorant could have its own inside game tournaments where people could actually, have prizes inside the game, like host prizes inside the game. I mean, like, everyone has expected huge prize pool, or monetization of these games through esports. It's already out there, everyone is already doing that, but they're doing it separately, they're doing it outside the gaming app. Like, that's the whole thing. If you use that monetization in your game, it simplifies everything. It makes your users take the monetization loop. It cracks that. I think that is what anyone should take from what Send Arcade is doing. And I mean, we're launching an app soon, which will have a lot of PvP modes, and all of that. And what's better than what's this will be showcased best in multiplayer, I think. So yeah.
When we look into Send Arcade, when we look into the idea of the utility of the token in Send Arcade, the way that the token is designed within Send Arcade, the
Yeah.
transactions and everything, what do you think right now? for where Send Arcade is and what you're building. You mentioned now this possible app of PvP and all this other stuff. You guys have worked on several titles already within the Send Arcade. Like,
Yeah.
where do you see all of it coming together? Like, how does it all come together? And again, like, what does the player? Let me ask you this question as well. With it, does the player from day one to day 100, if the player comes in on day 15, are they at a disadvantage than the player that came at day one?
Nah, I won't say they're at an again. The gamer's journey starts the day they join the app. That is how any game designer should design their game. I would say that. I mean, I've been a gamer for a long time, and I've been like into designing games for a while now, and that is like some takeaway. But yeah, like coming back to the question, so what is next for Send Arcade? We've been like kind of shipping as a studio and seeing what sticks for a while now. But this app is something I've been the team has been working for a while to bring all of the games of Send Arcade to one platform. So ownership of the platform is like a lot important, and the distribution a lot important in a studio. So and like what is the better time to go mobile, like Seeker is coming out, Play Solana is coming out. We've partnered with them to have our games on their platforms. Already they have one, but more of them coming. So um, I think Send Arcade's focus will be to go mobile and um, own the app and keep all have one wallet across all of its games, and tie it of course back to the token. You get rewards and Send, and basically whenever the token is incentivized, you also get incentivized too, based on like how many. And again, like it's a feedback loop only. That is why tokens are there for, like, I mean, tokens are the best game assets, I would say. So that's what I think is the
Yeah, man.
best thing. Go
Yeah,
mobile.
no, I love it. Look, man, it's been awesome to be able to catch on the Send Arcade, your vision and the way that you look at like the marketing within the game, right? Because this all really kind of ties into marketing at the end of the day, right? And you want to be able to market the game. What is that message for marketing though for the gamer if the gamer is a Web 2 user? And then what is the messaging you're doing as well for Web 3 gamers to say, hey, get into Send Arcade today? Like, what's that pitch? What are you using? What are you saying? Tell us that alpha.
Okay. So for a Web2 user, I mean, again, to attract them, for me, it's like how like quirky I can make the game. That's the word. How different the games are from what are the market is offering right now, and how easily I'm able to onboard you. That is all. And again, once they come to the app, they start getting rewards, and like I make them an inherent wallet. They don't even know. And once they start getting rewards, the Web2 gamers, they're like, oh yeah, we're playing the game, we're getting some rewards, let's check it out, let's try to withdraw them, let's try to see if it's real or not. And then the Solana gaming hits that, yeah, it is real, you're actually running rewards. Again, for Web3 gamers, my pitch is simply as that, just have fun while competing with folks, and doing anything decent you do right now. Like there are a lot of I mean, you use any social app, every social app is doing incentives to do different tasks, all of that. um, Here you can do it just while playing the games. Here you can just 10x while playing the games on Send Arcade. Simple as that.
What's the like? I was playing on the website a couple of days ago, and watching a little bit of your Twitter, and I saw you guys again work the room at Accelerate. I saw your partner work the room at Accelerate, and one thing that I realized is as well as the AI agents, right? AI agents becoming very much more prominent within gaming, and you guys are also very much looking at AI agents and incorporating
Yeah.
AI agents. Where do
Yeah,
you
we had a arcade agent like launched a few months ago. It's basically an AI agent which you can talk to and play different games like rock paper scissors. And like this just a fun chat. Like if you don't wanna like download a big game or something like that, just have fun while chatting to it. Play small games like chatting to it. So that was what it was.
where do you see AI agents though fitting in more and more into gaming, right? Like you mentioned right now of like like one example, and I think what that example is giving players the ability to play whenever, knowing that someone's on the other end, even though it's
Yeah,
an agent. But
it's an agent.
furthermore, right? To me, AI agents could be a huge thing for gaming in the sense that, think about like, idle games and a lot of even arcade games
Yeah.
that like I don't have the time. Maybe I just train them or, hey, I get the reminder of like what they're doing. Where do you see most of the AI agents going in the next 6 months to a year for gaming?
Okay. I have very like hot takes on that. So
Give
first
us
of
the hot
all,
takes, man. This is Twitter. Twitter loves hot takes, man.
I mean, gaming is the place where bots are used the lot most. Bots have been being used since like tens of years, and like I mean, the most sophisticated bots are in games only. And now in the age of AI agents, we have an opportunity to replace all of our bots with AI agents and make them personalized. All of the bots playing around you, like you can make them personalized. So I came across, if you know, this is a very great like kind of game news. There is a game coming out. The concept of it is it's a kind of a scary game, and the concept of it is that like the enemies basically are impersonators, and in like their AI agents which learn to impersonate you and try to trick you into taking your resources in the game and like act as your team members. So this is like a game which is launching. It's a web 2 game. It's launching in a while, but it opens up a lot of lot of case studies. Like we can be in an era of actual social engineering games through AI agents, which can actually socially interact with game mechanics, with people in the game, and yeah, like again, the social engineering games won't be possible without uh, like even a half sentient thing. It won't be possible with bots. You can their pattern generated, and that's what gamers have been doing, learning their patterns and doing speed runs. But here there is no pattern. There is just learning. The boss learns from your actions, and just immense possibilities. Of course, we are also gonna use these things. I mean, yeah, we got best of the devs. We got like, I mean, all of it. So why not? Why not? Why not build games like this too? So
Yeah, man, it's awesome to hear, and it's awesome to hear. There's a couple things that I have to ask though now. So you talked about being on the seeker phone, being on mobile. We've talked a little bit about the AI agents. You talked a little bit about the approach to Send Arcade and everything that you guys have done. But let me ask you, like, where do you see the future of gaming in general? And you mentioned mobile. We know mobile gaming is actually one of like the largest devices that most people are using for gaming right now. But we also know that based on different parts of the regions of the world, not every phone has the capability for depending on the type of game that it is, to be able to power these games. So where do you see the future of gaming? Why are you doubling down on like a seeker phone? And why not double down on other phones, or if you are doubling down on other phones, to bring this back to all Ascend Arcade? What's that vision that you believe like the gaming landscape will look like?
So I would say the gaming landscape is already a lot fragmented. It's I mean, it's pretty much fragmented. That is a given for the gaming landscape. I'm not just doubling down on the Seeker phone. We're launching our apps on Play Store, App Store, all of that. Like distribution is the key, anyways. So like having distribution as the key, and like in general, if I had to comment on future of gaming, it's all about the ease of access of gaming. There are lot of different audience you want to cater to. Some audiences want a comfy space and like immersiveness, like all the time, all of it. And like hyper casual games are not supposed to be immersive in general, but if you're able to make like even hyper casual games much more immersive, even while playing on mobile, you get a lot involved with like just hyper casual games, a lot involved with just the like even the smallest of games. I think that's the future of gaming.
Yeah, I think like one thing I guess I'll venture into is what do you think are the obstacles right now Web3 gaming is facing to get into mass adoption, to get to more users? What do you think like needs to change for us in the next 6 months, the next year? Like I think you and I were accelerate, we saw a lot of legislation getting involved. We saw a lot of institutions come in. We saw all these things, right? And I think there was an
I mean,
education. Yeah,
yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, even the policies of App Store have gone so lenient now. You know that, like, it's so easy to publish, even Web3 games on App Store. So, but again, the major obstacle is always abstraction. I feel that is our major enemy, I guess. How we are able to, like again, web web3 Solana can't be like there like without a wallet, simple as that. How do we abstract away the wallet the right way, the like best way? And I think gamers are the most used to having all of that, because I mean gamers are the most used to spending like I mean thousands of dollars on Genshin skins, things like that. They don't mind like owning virtual assets at all. But if we do it the right way, the right abstraction, it is again the best market and the hardest market to conquer. So it's a like pro like hand in hand, you can say, two sides of the same coin. Yep.
Yeah, no, man, really exciting. It's been really cool to pick your brain and listen to you, what your mindset is on everything. Look, next 6 months, Send Arcade. Where do we see things? How are things going to be evolving? What is that one thing in the next 6 months? Is it a feature standpoint you guys are really working on? Is it more games that you guys are going to work on? What does the next 6 months look like for Send Arcade? How do you get to the top, right? What is it? What does the top even mean for you guys? Where do you guys want to be in the next 6 months?
So said arcade, the next 6 months, we're doubling down as a like proper gaming studio, you can say. So right now, even if like we were targeting a Web3 gaming like era from the start, now I want to compete even with Web2 games. I want to be a gaming studio that hooks up, that produces the best of best games, you can say that. We'll be like launching a lot of experimental games, a lot of experimental projects there, here and there, and see what sticks. Like working along with arcade style games, yeah, and targeting distribution. So like there should be every like one game for everyone, kind of that. Like there's so many genres to target, there's so many game modes we've seen in the whole ecosystem, like of Web2 games. Why can't we bring that to Web3? Yeah, so that's there. I know we're gonna have like a lot of games that's there, but not too much. Curation will be always a important task of it, and yeah, that is what it is.
What's your favorite game right now on Send Arcade?
It's one of the featured games if you can scroll up. the Lana roads. So we did this. We like made this game just to kind of compete with, just show that how fast games can be on Solana. And we kind of fought with Mega ETH, and like Mega ETH launched their own Crossy Roads game, showing that okay, we're fast and all. I'm like, let me show you on the main net, on this the Solana mainnet, like how fast it can be. It also has perfect token mechanics. You can earn send coins while playing this game, and it's everyone's loving addicting Crossy Roads with a send twist. Why not? So yeah, I mean that's my favorite
Eh,
right
eh,
now. I mean there
eh,
are like a lot of favorites which are in production, right? But again, that is
and then games on Blinks. Tell us a little bit about this because this is something that's very unique again on Solana that not many have even tapped into or understood what Blinks has been able to do. What's something here that you want to send across with what you guys are doing with games on Blinks?
okay. Yeah. So this is something we like kind of were unique about, were very like popular about in one of the times. So game like we used to like launch games directly on Twitter, like using like giving like the whole concept of links, giving them the power of launching games directly on Twitter, playing games directly on Twitter. You're scrolling through a feed and you see snakes and ladders or rock paper scissors or like games like this on your feed, and you're just able to tap and play. That is what we targeted with games on Blinks, you can say. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was an era. Right now I won't say like Blinks are the most popular. Mobile games are more popular right now, and like even web games are more popular. By the way, Lana Roads, the game I mentioned right now, has crossed over 7 million transactions on its roll up. So yeah, that's how crazy it got.
Yeah, 7 million, bro. I don't think
Yeah.
people understand that number. That's insane.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
insane. So every step is a transaction, and like, I mean, it was crazy for me to see that number. Okay, 7 million. That is not no other game has done that till now. I'm like, yeah.
yeah, and what's squad games and why should people go mint this pass and get into squad games?
Okay, so this is one of our showcases right now. I mean, basically, this is the showcase of the season one. We did season two also. You can check it out on like right now it's ended, but the Magic we had a partnership with Scott's Protocol, and basically we did an on-chain Squid game. Um, Using squads. It was a multi-sig powered Squid game. It was a very unique concept. It got like I remember the season two mint got sold out in literally zero point 0.2 seconds when it went public. So that was very crazy.
Oh,
So again, we organized squad game. Season one, season two. Season two was in around like from Jan to Feb. Yeah, it was pretty fun. So yeah.
yeah, man. Look, man, it's been really cool to see the games. It's been all this. What's the prize pools though now for where you want to go with as this thing keeps growing? How do gamers want to be rewarded? And what do you think is the going to be like the price pool for gaming for what you're building as well?
I mean, it's already like we've processed over like $4 million over like the time of what a span of like 5 months or less, and so you can imagine what kind of price uh, money our games process, and the prize pools are even in the squad game I mentioned. We had a prize pool of like 50K. It was more than 50K. We had one winner, like of course, like 420 players, one winner, and all of that. And like yeah, like again, the stakes are pretty high. The stakes are again there are like small stakes also. Like we're launching a game where uh, I mean, as you say, the chess game, it's a very, you can just bet against the players and play on your move and like that. So there's a huge range of price pools. I would say it's like something for everyone. So, yeah, that's that.
All right, Semi, give us the plugs. Where do we go? I just was on the Send Arcade. What do we follow? Who do we follow on Twitter? How do we make sure we don't lose? I don't want to make sure season 3 or season 4 or season 5. I
Yeah.
don't want to make sure I've missed the notifications.
Yep. So just go on Twitter, search Send Arcade, like our handle is Send Arcade Fun. So you can just go follow us, turn on the notifications, and all the updates are there right on Twitter. Like we're very active. We're engage with our gamers a lot. We'll be launching our Discord server too soon too. Like we're building a bunch of Discord mini games. Actually, we had a game night with the Magic Blocks team in the Magic Block game server like just 2 days ago. But yeah, like we'll be launch. We've been doing gaming nights in Discord servers of our partners, but we'll do our own Discord server soon too. I mean, there's a lot of distribution to tap, and like there is a lot of like players to cater
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's that.
you guys just don't stop building, man. You guys are just in straight build mode.
Yeah. One more thing happened at Accelerate. Like we basically were launch partners of Farcaster when it came to Solana, and now two of our mini games are already on Farcaster, and like it did like 5K transactions in 3 days. Like the mini apps, only one was featured. Still, they did that, and yeah, like I haven't checked the numbers right now, but yeah, like we are on Farcaster mini apps too, so that's also there. Something like what happened at Accelerate.
Well, man, I can't wait to do this. Are you doing Abu Dhabi Breakpoint in December?
Of course. We'll be there. We'll have like games for everyone to play. We're even part of the gaming village in Vietnam. If any of our watches right now are gonna be there,
Are you
you
going to
can
be there?
come. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be like at the booth, and you can just come and play the alpha games, which are not live anywhere. You can just come to our booth and just play the game straight from like the alpha. The first player can be
That's
that ready for
well,
one. Yeah.
well, for those that are watching, you better book your flight to Vietnam right now because it is next week, June 5th through the 7th, if I believe correctly, in
Yep.
Vietnam, the APAC Summit hosted by Solana. So make sure that you guys are there. Semi will be there. He might give you some free Send Arcade coin in case you're that bad of a
Of
gamer,
course,
or if you're a
send
good,
coins will be there.
yeah, if you're a good
After
gamer.
taps.
Hey, last question. I got a really like important question. Who's the better gamer, you or Yash?
Um, of course, me. I mean, have you seen Yash play?
Hey man, I just had to ask the question, man. I just had to ask the question. Don't worry, this is not
Of
live or
course.
recorded. I won't share it with him.
I mean, yeah, he will say he'll be very picky about it, and he'll ask me to play again. I don't know how many rounds of Send Guys we have played. Like we have a game which is not released. It's called Send Guys. With like play he's played a lot of that, and
So
yeah,
so
but yeah,
so he rage quits a lot or what?
kind of yeah. He blames it like the game is bad, not him. But again, like that's fun that we all do it.
Man.
So yeah,
Well, Semi, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on. It's been great to learn about Send Arcade. It's been great to learn about what the vision is behind what you guys are building. It's great to see like where you guys are. Congratulations. This is definitely not easy to be doing it in Web3. I think that I always say to game developers in Web3, you're building a game, but at the same time also having to understand blockchain, understand where that blockchain actually how to build with it, the infrastructure and all that stuff. So we're definitely like climbing a bigger hill than typical gamers, game developers. So congratulations to where you are. I'm excited to get it on the Seeker phone. I'm excited to
of
see
course,
you back in Abu Dhabi in December. We'll have to run this show
yeah,
back live from Abu
yeah,
Dhabi.
Of
We'll
course.
maybe have to do a
We'll have
tournament
to.
while we're out there.
Yeah, yeah, of course. We'll have to play live. I'll make you play the games. Let's see who is the better gamer between us
Hey,
also.
hey, you
So
don't you
why
don't
not?
gotta tell me twice, man. I'm as competitive as they come.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. That's the gamer spirit.
The
So
all right,
yeah,
Semi. Thank you for your time, man. It's been awesome to be have you on the show. Thank you for everybody that's watching. That's another episode. Make sure you tune in Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. EST. We don't know who we'll have next, but you gotta just stay tuned because we will bring somebody
yep.
on. All right, guys. That's another one.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, keep playing.